Welcome everyone to Smart Remarks, our second episode. I'm your host, Mark Impress Preston, and hopefully we're not going to drop the ball in this episode like Victor Cruz or Braylon Edwards. So thank you for watching, and let's get this show kicked off. And now for our Smart Remarks Funky Bunch, which is the power rankings in both conferences in the NFL. And first, we're going to kick it off with the NFC. At number 5, I have the Washington Redskins. Hail to the Redskins pretty much because RG3 did his thing on the road versus the Saints. And at the number 4 spot, I have the Bears, who beat up on a really bad Colts team. But hey, they took care of business, and I'm not mad at a team that does that. Number 3, I have the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan, very impressive on the road going up against the Kansas City Chiefs in a dominant performance by the Atlanta Falcons all the way around. And at number 2, how about them Cowboys? On national TV in front of the entire nation, beat the defending champions, have to respect the way they went about their business. And at number 1, if you saw the first episode of Smart Remarks, you know how I feel about the 49ers. Very, very impressive victory over Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers in their building. Very dominant performance. And now, the Smart Remarks AFC Funky Bunch. At number 5, we're going to start with the Jets, Jets. Yes, I said the Jets. Whooped Buffalo so horribly. Dominant performance both sides of the ball. Got to give them respect at putting them at number 5. And number 4, we're going to go to the Houston Texans, who really beat a Miami Dolphin team that was MIA, so to speak. So number 3, I have the New England Patriots. I mean, they only beat the Titans, but hey, they took care of business as well. Can't be mad at that, the way Tom Brady played through that broken nose and everything. Number 2, I have the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning looked amazing versus a tough Steelers team, even though they were missing a couple people. Very dominant performance by the Denver Broncos on both sides of the ball. And once again, number 1, my Super Bowl pick, the Ravens, absolutely obliterated Cincinnati, left no doubt on the football field, and they get the number 1 spot. And now, welcome to our Marked Men segment, where the first thing we're going to put a mark on the officials, the replacement officials, and what an excellent job overall across the board that they did reffing the games throughout week 1, with the exception of the Seattle-Arizona game, which they gave Seattle a 4th timeout. Nearly ruined the entire game, but thank goodness Arizona won through that. And if you saw the Green Bay and San Francisco game, my apologies, because that game too was horribly reffed, not like I had anything to do with it. But the second thing I'm going to get at in this Marked Men segment is really how the NFL is being a passing league. We had 6 quarterbacks throw 3 or more interceptions. It's ridiculous. And 3 of them were rookies in the first round. So Andrew Luck, terrible. Whedon, 4 picks, horrific. I mean, really, couldn't give Colt McCoy a chance. And Ryan Tannehill. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And for the quarterbacks that won, despite throwing this many picks, Stafford, you have Megatron. You have Calvin Johnson. There's no way you should be throwing that many interceptions. It's ridiculous. Mike Vick, too. I've heard the excuses about having an offseason and blah, blah, blah. Pocket passer. Whatever. And Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Bills cut Vince Young for Ryan Fitzpatrick to lay that goose egg of a performance. Ridiculous. So, welcome to the question mark segment. You know, after the first episode of Smart Remarks, a lot of people have been asking me questions about the Dallas Cowboys because I failed to mention them at all in the first episode. And I want to address that in this particular instance, that Cowboys are a terrific team. There was a lot of questions about the shuffling going on with their offensive line, how the safeties and the front 7 and the defense will gel together. But overall, I have nothing bad to say about Dallas before the season, and with that week 1 performance was spectacular. As you can see, I have them pretty highly ranked up to right now. So really, it's all love for right now. And if Dallas continues to play the way they've been playing offensively and to continue to get contributions from anyone not named DeMarcus Ware, Morris Claiborne, or Brandon Carr on defense, then Dallas looks to make a deep run in this NFL season. And now for a couple of picks. And for those of you who wondered how I did last week in my Pigskin Pick'em League, I did finish 11-5, and I'm number 1. But enough about me gloating. We're just going to go straight to the picks. Each of these 4 matchups involve teams that are undefeated. First, the Ravens going to Philadelphia. If you saw the way the Eagles played the Browns, then you know I'm picking the Ravens. 56 passes, just not going to get it done against this defense. And Flacco is incredible at quarterback. You're going to see him, pretty much, him and Ray Rice dominate this game. Arizona going to New England. Not going to spend a lot of time analyzing this. Tom Brady, Gronk, Belichick. Patriots win this easily by halftime, if not after the first quarter. And in the third game, on Sunday Night Football, you're going to have a rematch from last year with that handshake debacle at the end with Jim Schwartz and Jim Harbaugh with the 49ers and Detroit. That game's not even going to come down to the last second this time if you saw the way the Niners came out from the gate balling. So expect the 49ers to win this one. And on Monday Night Football, you have the Denver Broncos going to Atlanta. Peyton Manning is going to pick this team apart. They lost Brent Grimes, the Falcons did, for the season. And that's really going to hurt their secondary in trying to defend one of the best quarterbacks that's ever played this game. Just want to say thank you to everybody for watching Smart Remarks. We're going to take a knee here. There was a lot of great football played this past week in the opening week of the NFL season. Look forward to seeing a lot of great football action this upcoming week. So I'll see you after week 2 next week on Smart Remarks.